Hello, welcome to Module 1, where we will be discussing parametric versus non-parametric statistics. More than likely, a lot of the content shared in this module will be a review for you. A lot of the things that we will discuss in the course will probably build on your quantitative design course as well as the statistics course you took a while back. So since some time has passed between those courses and now, we just wanted to offer a review and maybe a reiteration of some of these concepts. So we will take a look at Module 1 within the course, so you'll know what's expected of you. But I'll first start with a brief review of levels of measurement. Now, you have a content overview, or an overview, rather, in Module 1. In there, you can read in more detail about some of these things. But levels of measurement, as you probably recall, are a way to organize the rules for assigning numbers to objects so that there's really a hierarchy of measurement that exists. Now, this particular framework, if you will, was identified in the 1940s. So as a review, the levels of measurement from lowest to highest are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. And this image provides you a summary of the rules for each of those levels. Now, what types of variables fit into each of these categories? Well, we have nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio, and nominal is considered the lowest level, and it must conform to two rules. One, data categories must be exclusive, and two, they must be exhaustive. Variables that are measured at the nominal level that are often described in nursing research studies include things like gender, race, ethnicity, marital status, or medical diagnoses. Now, it's important to note that in some cases, you're going to have participants that check more than one medical diagnosis, or they declare that they have more than one medical diagnosis. So that's important for you to know. Now, ordinal data can be rank ordered, and like nominal level measurement, the categories are exhaustive and mutually exclusive. In ranking categories of a variable, each category must be recognized as higher or lower or better and worse than another category. However, what is different here is that you don't really know exactly how much higher or lower one subject's value on a variable might be in relation to another subject. So in your overview, you'll see there's an example related to pain. So if you were assessing one's pain, or participants' levels of pain, rather, on a scale, if you will, no pain, mild pain, moderate pain, or severe pain, if it's measured at the ordinal level, they can be ranked from low to high. However, even though one person may rank their level of pain at a particular rank, you don't know the differences between the levels of pain. So the difference between no pain and mild pain might be less than that between moderate pain and severe pain. So you don't really have, it's sort of unknown, unequal intervals between categories. Now, let's mention non-parametric or distribution-free analysis. These techniques are conducted to analyze nominal and ordinal levels of data and to describe variables, examine relationships among variables, and to determine differences between groups in distribution-free or non-normally distributed samples. You can read more about this in your overview. Now, moving on to interval level of measurement, the distances between intervals of the scale are numerically equal in this case. However, there's no absolute zero. Now, the example offered for you in your overview is that of temperature. So this is measured at the interval level because the intervals between the different temperature on either Fahrenheit or centigrade are numerically equal. But zero temperature is not the absence of temperature, but indicates that it's really cold or really freezing. So the ratio level measurement is the highest form of measurement. and it adheres to the same rules as interval level measurement with numerically equal intervals on the scale. However, ratio level measurement has an absolute 0 point. The examples given to you of ratio level data in this overview include things like blood pressure, pulse, respirations, body mass index, and of course lab values. Now, these continuous data or continuous variables can be used by analyzing parametric stats. So parametric stats are powerful analysis techniques that are conducted on interval and ratio levels of data, again, to describe the variables, examine relationships among variables, and determine differences among groups. Now, there are some assumptions related to parametric stats, and those are included in your overview, and you can read through those. I've also included a table for you. There should be a copy of this in your Module 1 area in the course, but this is just to help, again, keep these things straight in our head. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. This includes the definition, some examples of these types of variables, and what descriptive statistics might be used when you're working with these variables, okay? So now let's take a look at the course and what's in Module 1. As discussed, you have your overview with some content that you may want to review. I've also included a stat selection algorithm in the form of a PDF. I think these things are really helpful to sort of get straight in your mind what might be the best statistic for you to use. This is not always clear. These paths, these decision trees are not always clear, but sometimes these things help you make sense of what you're looking at. Also, your reading assignment is here. I do have the chapter PowerPoints that are provided by the publisher. They are here. This is just an example of one. You're welcome to look through those for notes. And then I also have several other articles. Now, this is the 1946 article related to the levels of measurement. This is an article related to interpretation and use of statistics in nursing research. This is a general article, but it may just help you, again, as we move forward to get our feet wet again with regard to statistics. This next one is really one I just included. It's probably more clinical, but I just thought it might be relevant and useful for you, and maybe something you want to just glance at. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at your assignments for Module 1. And the first, we'll take a look at this Module 1 data set assignment. So you will be able to access a data set from the book, and it's linked right here. You can download that, and we are going to answer a few questions here, or really create a few charts is what we're going to do. But I'm going to go through it with you very briefly just to get you started and get your feet wet again as we start working with Excel. I'm sorry, SPSS, excuse me. So I'm going to delete that. This is the data that we're working with, and I've had to shrink my screen here so you can see it. So I hope it's okay. You're going to go in, the first thing they've asked for with the frequencies program, request a bar graph for gender. So you're going to go under Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and okay, I already have gender pulled up. And we're going to do a bar chart, okay? And frequencies is selected there, continue, and okay. Let's see what we have. Great, okay. Next is they have asked for a histogram. Okay. Again, we're going to go into frequencies and make sure your box here is open so that you can see the abbreviations fully to identify what they're asking for. Satisfaction, that was it right there. Okay, and they wanted a histogram. Okay, and so you can see, you can click continue, it'll pop up. The next one is asking for a histogram with a normal curve on the histogram. So I'm sure that you all will be able to do these successfully. So that's just a brief assignment that you'll turn in, again, to sort of get back in the swing of things with SPSS. Now, let's take a look at the other assignment. This is your article assignment. So you're going to read this particular article, which is linked below, and I'll go ahead and see if we can do a preview of it. So it's right here. You will review this article, and then you will answer these questions, these 10 questions about it. You can do this in a Word document and just, you can put the questions in here. You should be able to copy it, paste it into a Word document, and then put your responses. And you'll upload that, okay? So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. And if you have any questions about the assignments or the content that we're reviewing in this Module 1, please feel free to contact me by email, or course email is probably the preferred way to reach me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.